Celebrities live by the mantra, who wants peace when you can have problems? But these celebrities absolutely love the fight, and boy, oh boy, aren't we glad we caught them on camera. From judges fighting with contestants to colleagues cussing to catfights and career battles, this video has it all. Wanna know which celebrities we are talking about? Welcome back to Celebrity Legends. Let's start off with the man that nobody would ever want to get in a fight with, Gordon Ramsay. In one infamous episode in Hell's Kitchen in season 6, Joseph Tinley and Gordon Ramsay got into an absolutely unnecessary battle over who Joseph wanted to nominate for the elimination round. Instead of simply taking a name like he should have, Joseph went on to give the most bizarre and twisted answers and explanation why his team decided to choose that particular contestant, which got Ramsay angrier than a beefsteak. That is a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Listen, you chip idiot. I asked for one nominee and why. Plain English.
The scenario could have cooled if Joseph simply decided to remain silent. But instead, he decided to act as 11-year-old Eminem and did this.
One simple request, who and why, and you make a big fucking song and dance about it.
I ain't no fucking bitch, Chef. I don't give a fuck. I ain't no bitch.
Yep, that was our face, as well as we saw that play out on national television. But matters simply went from verbal to physical in no time, and the crew had to step in to stop the craziness.
You want a fucking jacket? You want to talk some shit? Let's go step outside, motherfucker. I ain't here for that, dog. You want to talk about fucking...
Needless to say, Joseph was thrown out of the show along with his cooking career, and history never repeated itself. Now, that was some intense contestant-judge fight. Let's take a chill pill with two co-hosts getting all, hot and heavy, because how bad can that get? On the show The View, hosts Alyssa Farah Griffin and Sunny Hostin had an absolute heated debate, which got a tad bit too personal and defensive. On Wednesday's Hot Topics discussion on Mike Pence's presidential candidacy, Sunny brought up Griffin's work history as an employee of both Pence and Donald Trump, and she might have just crossed the line a tad bit. Take a look at what we are talking about.
You are incapable of defending a man that you worked for.
Yikes! While those statements were completely uncalled for, many agree that she wasn't completely wrong calling out Alyssa. The fight got so intense that Goldberg had to go on a break to stop these two from keeping on going. Now that's a catfight between ladies that we absolutely did not want to miss. Talking about fights, let's take a look at another catfight with a K. Yep, you guessed it right. We are talking about the absolutely iconic Kim and Kourtney catfight, which broke the internet. If you've been living under a rock, let us sum it up for you. It might come across as no shock how much Kim hates lazy people, especially lazy women.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
However, that's not the case with Kourtney, who simply likes to work on her own terms.
But also, if I didn't want to work my ass off and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, that's f***ing fine.
Within no time, the fight gets intensely physical.
And you f***ing literal
And the two sisters start hitting each other like they are 12.
How you? Shut your up.
Guys, stop!
The fight initially began as an insult on Kourtney, where Kim claimed that her mom is so used to her and Khloe Kardashian showing up to everything and accusing Kourtney of not always being there. This turned into an argument about work ethic, and Kourtney got defensive, and the rest was everything that you just saw. The best part? Khloe and Kendall chuckling in the back, because trust me, that was our faces as well. Well, that was a brainless catfight, but not all arguments are this lame. Some of our picks today are extremely scientific and factual, where two really bright minds get hot and heavy over science. Like our next pick, where Joe Rogan and Candace Owens debate about how real climate change is. On an episode aired on June 1st, 2018, on the Joe Rogan Podcast, Candace Owens claimed that she doesn't believe in climate change with a smirk. She commented that she fell victim to the idea that it was progress to care about the environment.
I fell victim to the idea that, like, it was progress.
However, Joe thought it was absolutely irresponsible of her to make such statements out in the world and shut her face with some scientific facts.
The vast majority, 87% of scientists, said that human activity is driving global warming.
He stood clear about the fact that we adversely affect climate change, regardless of the fact whether the climate on Earth keeps changing over time.
We have poor technology and we use coal and fossil fuel.
But Candace stood strong on her viewpoint and kept suggesting that this was just her opinion and that she had the right to believe what she did. However, Rogan, being Rogan, shut her once and for all, saying this.
Is the ability to know when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But I just said that.
Ouch. We bet Candace feels differently about climate change after that response. And we saved the best for last. How can we make a video about the most famous arguments and not include the infamous on-screen battle between Steve Harvey and his sister Monique about her being blackballed by Hollywood after Oscar win? The 2010 Oscar winner had a beef to pick with her brother, as she felt that he wasn't there for her when she and her husband were being blacklisted by Hollywood. Her husband, Sidney Hicks, and herself got labeled as difficult for pushing back when the producers of Precious asked her to do more Oscar campaigning. In an interview on the Harvey Steves talk show, she expressed how betrayed she felt when she did not receive support from her brother during this tough time.
Each one of you said to me, Monique, you're not wrong. And when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister done burnt too many bridges, and there's nothing I can do for her now.
Daniels directed Precious while Winfrey and Perry were producers on the film. Mo had said no to some very powerful people in Hollywood, which resulted in a lot of unnecessary drama. Harvey calmly responded to Mo's statement by saying,
because you and I had this conversation, I thought you went about it wrong. See, I felt that you had done yourself a disservice by the way you chose to go about it.
The two went back and forth, putting their opinions and thoughts upon this matter. While Mo was more focused on her integrity as an artist, Steve was more concerned about the business aspect of these statements, which led him to do what he did. However, let's not forget that Mo made some far from respectful statements to her colleagues.
Mo told Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lee Daniels to suck her private parts.
Not my private parts.
Safe to say that no brother would support such statements made by his sister, no matter how much he loves her.